Hey, Dr. Dan Purser, danpursermd.com. How you doing tonight? Welcome to my Facebook Live. This one's on pervasive fatigue, the root cause. Isn't that a good name? I thought that up. Took me hours to think that up.
Pervasive?
I mean, it's everywhere all the time. It's exhausting. You wake up in the morning, you're tired. You get to lunch and you're exhausted. You wonder how you're going to make it through the afternoon. You're worn to a frazzle. You come home, you take a nap on the sofa, sitting there talking to your kids, your husband, or your wife, or whoever, and you go to bed and you don't really sleep that well, and you wake up tired again the next morning. Does that sound about right? Have any of you been there?
Yep.
Jackson?
Tired? Yes.
I know you're tired of me, but
definitely, we've all been there. I mean,
are you tired from your workouts?
No, it's actually the opposite.
Exhilarating?
Yeah, since I've started doing more and more working out, I want to do more all the time.
Now we're going to weigh like 170 pounds and be a really skinny little dude, huh?
No,
kind of getting there
I'm
now.
going to be pure muscle.
Pure muscle. Okay, good. So Brecken's across from me. Jackson's there. Cousin Will is over there. Everyone say something. Brecken.
Hi.
Jackson.
Hello.
Well,
I don't have a mic. He's there. I promise.
You probably heard that little. He doesn't have a mic. Why don't you have a mic?
I'm doing all this.
Okay, good. Will's running the cameras and the microphone and everything else. What are you here for, Jackson?
Actually, I don't know. Tonight, I don't know. I'm just here.
I know. I'm surprised you're here.
Yeah.
Usually it's just usually last time it was Brecken and Will. We're over in the warehouse now, aren't we?
Yeah.
In this weird little recording room. Is that where we're?
Sorry.
What was that?
The live. So I can watch the comments.
Do I follow so you can bleep me?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I like they do on TV. So do we have sale info this week?
Yep.
Wait. Jackson, did you play the theme song? Holy cow.
The kalimba
You are fired.
Is it here? We do have it. Hold on just a minute.
The door's opening.
We can do a radio show now, where we can do all the sound effects of someone coming and entering and yeah, I don't know. You want to switch the camera angle?
You already did.
Oh, great. Okay. This
ready.
is the kalimba that I play every single time.
They can see it.
Yeah. We got both camera angles going now, so it's kind of fun that way.
Where is he on the screen? You just pop back and forth.
Yeah.
Dr. Purser's never seen his own lives.
Yeah. Hi. Okay, go ahead, Jackson.
All right, here we go.
That's pretty good on the spur of a moment.
I was on camera. I got a little camera shot. I
just did. I want some more practice on that, like you did your trumpet in high school all the time.
I loved playing trumpet.
Oh, it's so annoying.
I loved playing trumpet, and I should have practiced much more, actually. But
I know I told you when I wanted to be all-state, I practiced 3 to 4 hours every night. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. I
go run. I'd do my math, do my homework, and then go to my room, close the door, and practice 3 or 4 hours. My parents thought I was crazy. I was like, I wanted to be first year all-state. And it was.
Definitely. No, I definitely have always been very impressed with the stories that you told us of your dedication as a teenager and then all the way through adulthood, everything that you did, running cross country, everything. Man, it definitely inspired me.
Yeah, I was never really super awesome. Oklahoma, first year all-state, really, and who cares? But yeah, same with all the other stuff I've done. I've been good. I've been technically good, but not great. But I don't know. Hopefully I'm great at this.
Yeah.
I think I am.
I would say you may have 60,000 people that think you're okay at what you do.
Pretty okay. I'll take okay. Yeah, great. I never let perfect get in the way of good. And that's you should all say that to yourself several times. So, sale info tonight. Something big is happening, really big. Big.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm answering a comment.
Yeah, I can jump right into it.
Yeah.
This is why I'm here, to answer the random questions about the sales going on. So we are kicking off Black Friday early this year. We're very excited about it. We've had a lot of people asking, when did the sale
all
start?
The time in the office.
Mm-hmm. So we got
last month.
We've got really great things happening on all 3 of our sites. danpursermd.com has our testing. The Pro 7 test, which is the genetic test, and then the CMA
which we're talking about tonight.
Definitely. Both of those are $100 off all the way through Cyber Monday, so these next couple weeks, as well as the Foundation Methylation Kit is $50 off. Now, in physician design, we got all sorts of really fun bundles going on this year for all the physician design products. It's it's like 2 for $100.
Yeah, our VARs and brain support are buy 2 for $100, which normally it's like $120 for 2. And then Copper Balance, MTHFR Renew, and MTHFR Endure are all buy 3, get 1 free. So it's a good bundle. And then our VARs Revive, the topical glutathione spray, is buy 1, get 1. So you get a whole other bottle for free.
Yeah.
So it's half price, really.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What about the biggie?
With Serum X?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on AO Biologics, and that one is not live yet. I forgot to make that
that's
one
right.
live.
So that sale
one's
hasn't
waiting.
started yet.
So no Columba practice and no live. I'm just keeping score.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. So we are gonna maybe, we don't know yet, do a sale on Serum X.
We will be having a special deal. We can announce it, right?
I can't remember what it is
Yeah.
right now.
So
Wow, it must be really special.
we don't have any packets here, but we've launched our sachets. So now when you purchase a full bottle of Serum X, you'll also get a 5-pack of our sachets that are travel size and super easy and convenient to take on the go.
There's 5 in there.
Yep, it's a 5-pack.
You just
So-
pop the little thing and we get 4 doses out of that.
Yep.
These are the little sachets. They are so awesome. Everyone that's used them so far, they absolutely love them. They're so easy to use. Take them on the go.
They're self-sealing. You fold it, and a dose comes out. If you squeeze it too hard, all of it comes out.
Jackson, do you want to show them like the folding?
Sure.
Yeah, that's great, actually.
So
Can I
take
use
your
it? I'll
sachet.
put it on my forehead.
Okay,
Ooh.
yeah. Front side, back side. All you have to do is fold it literally right in half and squeeze, and the gel comes right out. Hopefully
Well,
you can
it's
see
like
it from far away.
1.5 dose.
Yeah, that was a pretty good dose. I'm going to put some right on my
Wait,
neck.
what? No.
You want to use this one? You
Oh.
show how to use it too?
Mhm. Super
They
easy.
self-seal. Put it back in the packet. Use it again. $20.
Well, Black Friday special, if you buy a full bottle of Serum X, you get
Are
a
you
5-pack
kidding?
of this
So
for
you're
free.
getting $20 off.
So it's
Did
$25.
The owners of Ceramax approve all that?
You tell me.
I'm one of them.
We are asking for approval
Right now.
AO Biologics, yeah, I approve it. Steve will approve it. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to speak for him, but yeah.
Great.
So
Cool.
yeah, those are Black Friday sales. They're rolling
Those
out.
are really cool looking. You can put them in your fanny pack when you're out running.
I keep mine in my
Your
wallet,
backpack.
Yeah.
not to make a bunch of noise,
Your
but
wallet.
right
that
here,
little tiny thing.
I keep it right in my front packet,
Ready to go.
ready to go at
gosh.
any moment.
Oh,
That's great.
that's cool. Is it the coolest stuff ever for pain?
It's so good.
But what people are finding out, it really does work for wrinkles. It's becoming really popular. I forgot to put some on my forehead after I showered. I put it on my face, forehead. It totally undoes the soap damage and yeah. it's cool.
You know what? I've been putting Serum X on my head, around under my eyes, and my crow's feet. They're not too prevalent yet, but I think it's really been making a difference.
Yeah.
It has been stopping things. Even
Yeah.
my mom pointed out that my wrinkles are looking really
Yeah.
good these days. So you know it's
Yeah, and I know
excellent
I'm
compliment.
39 now. I'm pretty sure I do. Okay. Okay, so that's really cool. So it's $100 off the Pro 7 or the CMA with
Mhm.
Redox.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's $100 cheaper than Spectracell anyway. Now it's
200.
200 and you get twice the number of tests.
Yep.
Intracellular too.
Yep. And
We're going
it's
to talk about that.
the biggest
tomorrow.
deal we offer every year. So take
Yeah,
advantage of
load
it once
up.
here.
Save up, buy up, because you won't see it this good ever again. Sure. Maybe never. I don't know.
Yeah, no, this is the big sale of the year. Now is your time.
Go, run, order, quick, buy everything. Okay. Yeah, you won't be able to buy everything, but good luck. So, oddly enough, fatigue is the number one problem I see every day. I see it 3 or 4 times a day, complaints of it with new patients. I get about 3 or 4 a day. And it's crazy that I get so many new patients. And they usually will tell me something else like, I have anxiety, I have depression, my periods are non-existent or way off, they're really painful, they're really heavy, I have low testosterone, my thyroid's wacky, but they don't know why, stuff like that. And I you know what I usually end up saying is, are you tired? And you know what they usually say?
Isn't everyone?
Oh, no.
That's what I
Well,
would
that's great. We can get a lot of these to sell then.
say. I think everyone's
They
tired.
say, I am so tired all the time, I'm exhausted. So it's really, we're dealing with exhaustion they can't make it through the afternoon. They have time like what I did when I had my massive vitamin deficiency earlier this year, end of last year. I get to work at 9. I was done by 10. I want to go home. I told that story so many times. It's really weird, but sad. I was so exhausted I couldn't function. And I asked him if it ever improves. Do you know why? You know why?
Why?
Well, because they often say, yeah, it does a little occasionally. So why do you think it improves like that? Improves and it gets worse again. Improves, then bad.
I don't know.
Because they're eating foods high in vitamins that they're deficient in. And so that day they get a little jolt of those vitamins and their body feels better.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's subtle, but it's a big deal.
Yeah.
So and if it's something really not vitamin related, it wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
So and unless they have some cancer or something like that, or some horrible anemia, it's the only other things I can think of. Maybe severe hypothyroidism, but that can be caused by vitamin deficiency. So I don't know. All judgments are off until I know what's going on.
Yeah.
So you need to read the script, Brecken.
You're reading my part of the script.
I'm sorry, I'm excited.
He writes me these little questions.
I wrote a script out,
and then he does it himself. It's so funny.
Well, I can just roll through this all by.
I know you
memory.
don't even need me.
So how do you know if any of this is from a vitamin deficiency?
You just answered it yourself.
Answered it, right. Well, I don't for sure, but the doctors who they've been to, my patients on average go to about 10 to 14 doctors before they see me looking for answers. And they don't want to be given Ritalin or Adderall or antidepressant. Then that's what they all get offered. I'm pretty sure none of them have a Ritalin, Adderall, or antidepressant deficiency. So, and I joke about that. You don't have a Prozac deficiency. You have a vitamin deficiency. I know I'm getting to play naturopath because naturopaths get all this quite well. They know it a lot better than I do.
Yeah.
But I've really becoming more proficient at it with time. And I don't guess, so we'll look at the test results as we go through this. I'll explain more about it. But the doctors they've been to all have done labs, CBC, CMP, all kinds of weird hormone labs, all kinds of diabetes labs, all kinds of stuff. And I'll look at it and go, you don't have cancer, you don't have anything known to man. Must be a vitamin deficiency. Yeah, dig deeper, purser. That's my job. That's why people come to me, because they're like, they've known that. They've looked at their CBCs. Those patients have looked at those chem panels and gone, well, my kidney function, my liver function, it may be off a little, but because they don't know they have NAFLD. We'll talk about that if we need to. But and I don't have any infection or anything like that. And so I don't know what it is. And they hear about me and they come to me.
Well, and usually they've been to, I think you said quite a few doctors before.
10 to 14.
Yeah.
I think I kept track of it for a while. I think it was somewhere between 13 and 14 doctors they'd seen on average.
So crazy.
Just looking for an answer.
And usually they prescribe them, like you said, Prozac. It's not really a Prozac deficiency or Ritalin or Adderall.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's And you know what? The patient's been offered it by 7 other doctors. They're like, they go home and throw the script away. And then they what am I going to do? They pray about it, talk about it, start searching YouTube, Google, talk to people at Young Living or if they're involved with that.
And that's how they find you, right?
Yeah. Yeah. My patients find me from Google reviews or Google searches, YouTube. A lot of them say, I've watched all your YouTube videos. I'm like, God, you poor thing. Sorry you had to watch all those. Or they found me on Facebook or someone referred them.
Yeah, makes sense.
So who'd been to me and said, you got to go to this guy. He'll figure it out.
And
that's my job, to go root cause and figure it out.
Yeah, figure out the real problem. What are usually the top diseases and diagnoses that you see? Endometriosis.
I see a lot of fatigue, hormonal issues, male low testosterone, neurological problems like seizures or neuropathy, stuff like that. Weird things that don't have answers. Like, why do you have endometriosis? Because you're not taking your birth control pills. I mean, what kind
Yeah.
of answer is that? No, that's not the answer. So why do you have crazy PMS? You're just built that way. Did your mom have it? No. Well, sorry, you're now built that way. So they don't give them a real answer.
And what,
Why are you hypothyroid? One thing I've taught my patients, ask these doctors why. Why am I hypothyroid? Why do I have low testosterone? Well, your testosterone test was low. That's why it's low. You're like, what? What? No, why are my testicles not producing enough testosterone? I don't know. You should find a doctor who knows.
but you know, huh?
I'll find out.
What kind of testing do you do that's different that actually figures
Well,
out
I'll
those
look
things?
at. I will look if they have a history. I really dig into the history, find out if they have on that particular issue or females who've ovaries have quit working and they're 28 and they're horrible. I take a history. I actually ask questions. I've looked at everything. I read everything they send me, and my job is to figure it out, root causes, and I'm looking for pituitary stuff, ovarian stuff. They don't usually have that damage. No ovarian damage, no pituitary damage, no adrenal damage, no thyroid damage. It's
Do you even want to talk about me as one of your cases that you've worked on?
that's pretty private. I wouldn't go there.
I'm fine to talk about it. I'm getting used to sharing my story more and more. So if we want to talk about the
No, I don't
topics,
think you quite fit in. You're a unique creature.
well, I mean, it's exactly that. Every patient is unique, aren't they?
They are different.
There's so many things that fit the wide spectrum of what can really help people, but that's exactly why you're so special. You are the one to
Yeah, I'm
dig real deep
not
and find
special,
out.
but I do like to find stuff out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just a curious squirrel. I'm gonna figure it out. I don't care how hard you are when you think you show up. You think like I can't figure it out. I'm gonna figure you out. I'm gonna get to that root cause. Either it's genetics. That's really the root cause of all this because all these deficiencies are genetically caused. So, like taurine is horrible. Taurine deficiency is I talked about that in one of the posts I did preparing for this Facebook Live. Taurine is the most essential of essential amino acids. I didn't know all this. I've had to learn all this. The NIH says that. The people at the NIH are like, you don't want to be low in taurine. Do you know why?
How come?
Because it's massive heart problems, especially cardiomyopathy. How many cases of congestive heart failure or cardiomyopathy are really from taurine deficiencies? I see it all the time.
Wow.
I'm shocked. I had a bad taurine deficiency. My poor heart was like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
That's true. I did hear it. I heard it making that noise one time.
Kind of like weird sound. Yeah, my taurine, man, it sucked to be me. But SOLTA2A1 errors, and I see in Americans a lot of severe SOLTA2A1 errors. I'm not sure. We got it from somewhere. I mean, I usually see 14 errors, 14 SOLTA2A1, and you don't make enough taurine or utilize taurine correctly, can absorb it. I don't know what the deal is, but you need extra taurine with that error.
Yeah.
So look it up. Go Google it. Search it. SOLTA, SULTA2A1.
That's the genetic error.
Yep, really common. That's what causes it mostly. So if you're going to have a low taurine, I'm going to find SOLTA2A1 errors all over your NutriHacker Complete. So
crazy.
Even on your Pro 7, we check for that.
Mhm.
So, okay. So the test we use now is called a CNA with a redox.
Mhm.
You need it all. Don't just get the first one. No, unless you're really tight for money, I get the first page, but you need to get the second page, which is all the antioxidants. The first page looks at 48 vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and fats like omega-6s, 3, 9, all that. The second part, which is usually somewhere between 3 to 6, pages 3 to 6, according to how bad your first page is. It was horrible like mine. It's more like page 7. But it looks at all the antioxidants and a lot of additional external antioxidants. 52 antioxidants.
Yeah, a lot.
All those super antioxidants are on there. Glutathione, SOD, all that stuff we deal in on a daily basis. So like our Serum X showed, our Serum X showed a big increase in my SOD level intracellularly when I took it topically. That's crazy. But we proved it, and it's gone into our patent now. So, or patent application, I should say. So,
So why don't we talk about the medical issues or problems that you were kind of addressing earlier and why this test can help determine what those are caused from?
Yeah, you need it. Yeah, okay. Let's start
Yeah.
with what?
Let's start with endometriosis. That's a hot
So
topic.
let's do endometriosis PMS.
Okay.
So it'll show all these deficiencies that will affect your progesterone production. And also anemia, stuff like that. Iron deficiency anemias. Intracellular iron is really hard to measure. These guys measure it. Your external irons can look pretty okay. They'll look kind of funny. Maybe a low ferritin capacity or something, but no one can quite figure it out. The intracellular level does not miss on the iron, and it tells it. So they'll have a low iron they'll have an iron deficiency. They'll be wobbly or lightheaded when they stand up. By the way, I'm not getting all the details. If they're not making that progesterone, they'll have horrible PMS, or even worse, horrible endometriosis. That's zinc, that's B12, that's B6, that's amino acids, various amino acids. That's oh man, those are the biggies. Folate, all that.
A lot of B vitamins.
A lot of B vitamins because usually they have bad MTHFR. Yeah, all the endometriosis and cases I've seen last year have bad MTHFR. So do you know how you can tell if you have bad MTHFR without coming to me? Try taking a birth control pill or get an IUD with medicine in the tip, like what's the name of the one? There's a couple of 3 of them now, I think.
Yeah, I don't look at them.
I can't remember, but they'll tell you on there.
Yeah,
they know. Yeah, and it'll make you crazy if you take a birth control pill and you have bad MTHFR. You cannot break it down properly because you have MTHFR. So, and that way you'll know. You probably have, and if you're tired all the time and have bad PMS and endometriosis, you have vitamin deficiencies, which is probably causing the low progesterone production, and inflammation, which is probably causing your symptoms.
Well, because don't you always say good nutrition in equals good hormones out?
Good nutrition equals good hormones out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean good. Make sure your vitamins are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing how well most of you can improve your endometriosis.
Just like that.
Yeah, which is very naturopathic, but I'm not being a naturopath.
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
What about opposite? What about male testosterone?
Low testosterone, same thing. Zinc, B12, folate, a lot of aminos, taurine, carnitine, serine, arginine's a biggie for men, glutamine, glycine, stuff like that. Aminos right and left. B12, folate, B6, zinc, glutathione, stuff like that. And you know what? You'll bring your testosterone. Does it always work? No, it does not always work. Sometimes there's something going on in there, either testicular damage that we can't see or prostate damage. Something's damaged somewhere, and no matter what we do, we're not going to increase your testosterone production. I'm sorry, but 97% of the time it works really good, maybe 98%. It works really good. Makes you feel good too. You're like, and testosterone tends to take 6 to 9 months to lag. It lags behind when you get all that, as you fix all that. So, okay, next one.
What about neurological problems?
Okay. Pick them.
Like
seizures.
Yeah. Neuropathy.
Usually it's a low intracellular copper level, which tells me, and a low zinc and B12 folate, which tells me they got copper migraines, I call them, or fibromyalgia, whatever you want to call them. They have fibromyalgia on all the vitamin deficiencies that occur with that. But yeah, it's strange, but you deal with that, and guess what? Their migraines go away.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I had a migraine, I'd get this done. Does it always work? I've got 2 patients. They're both here in Utah. It doesn't work on. I got to say, you can go to my Google reviews and see all the ones it's worked on. Not all, but a lot of them who love reviews.
Seizures and stuff too?
Same thing, high copper levels. So low intracellular levels. Every time you see a low intracellular level on that test, I will presume, because I've tested it so many times, that they'll have a high serum copper levels. Well, let's do the NCC formula that I use with fibro. That's a non-suitable plasma-bound copper. Yeah, and they'll have same issues: B12, folate, B6, some amino stuff like that. Whatever lends towards fibromyalgia, molybdenum, boron, but both these last two would be molybdenum and boron too. Would be in there a lot because if you have a low boron level, your ceruloplasmin will handle copper and zinc correctly. If you have a low molybdenum level, your copper zinc metallothionein will not function correctly.
Yeah.
You cannot form molybdapterin. So in all this, you guys can listen to this over and over, make notes, check all this on Google. You'll see I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say definitely go back to the posts you've been posting this week as well. You wrote everything out in a very clear cut.
Sorry, I didn't get on Substack yet. Substack Social.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Just Substack.
I need to figure that out.
Yeah, I'll work with you on it.
The link. Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah, I was
too busy.
I was thinking for one of these first posts to compile all the information you put out this week. It was fantastic.
Can you do it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Substack Social. We got to move there because there's a lot of things I can't talk about on here.
Yeah, well, I think it'll be a really great place where you can really dive deeper into a lot of the things that we can't really talk about on Facebook. Yeah, you posted an excellent study about intracellular copper levels causing dementia.
Yeah, is that crazy?
It's insane.
Yeah, there's 3 of those out there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you have a low copper level on an intracellular basis, we can correct that, or there's a high chance you'll get dementia later.
Yeah.
Maybe now. And I had that question all the time from fibro people, and said they said there's no connection. Oops, sorry, the last 3 years there is a connection.
Yeah.
Because all these fibro patients, I see low intracellular copper levels and low zinc.
Yeah.
They go hand in hand.
Now, and I would think you may be one of the only doctors in the world that really treat.
I'm waiting for my Nobel Prize in medicine.
He's been saying that for years.
No, but I'm not going to get it. So no one's nominated me. Crap, I could help 40 million people with fibro.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Okay, one day.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be dead and gone. Okay, sorry. Thank you.
Getting wiggly.
Okay, anything else?
What about like neuropathy is a big one too that we see a lot.
A lot. Glutathione, SOD are 2 deficiencies. I see a lot with that. Sorry. B12, folate, alpha lipoic acid, which is supposed to help neuropathy. I see that a lot, which is weird. So someone's figured that out. But the biggies are the zinc, alpha lipoic acid, B12, folate, SOD, glutathione. You correct those, the neuropathies tend to go away unless they're impingement from a ruptured disc or smashed vertebrae or something like that, person on a nerve. I can't fix those.
Yeah.
But most neuropathies we tend to resolve. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's rare I beat a neuropathy I can't beat. So if you have a bad neuropathy, you're going to get this test first, and I'm going to dive deep and figure that thing out. So we'll talk, and I'll tell you if this test is worth it or not first. May not be, because if you've had a disc impingement or some impingement on that nerve, this may not help. I'd say probably won't. Okay, but it does for all the others, especially diabetic, stuff like that. It's crazy. Diabetic neuropathy is so readily resolved now. So, okay, I'll shut up. Okay,
another interesting one, which I'm seeing commercials all the time now for tardive dyskinesia, like medications and stuff like that. But you've seen it in your clinic. Right?
Oh, yeah, not enough.
Yeah.
Because we can definitely reverse it. It'll always be under the surface. If you don't keep taking a lot of certain antioxidants, it's gonna come rocketing back. NIH has done a ton of studies with antioxidants in them. And they failed because they didn't have the right kind of version of that antioxidant. You know that. We know that. You know our preclinicals and our videos and everything we have. So,
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, so if you have tardive dyskinesia, which is a major side effect of a lot of prescription medications, you do this or you do this, keep doing that, or eventually you go, you start rocking all the time, your tongue swells up, it gets really terrible, and they're awake the whole time. And they can't talk, they can't eat, they're fed through a PEG tube through the gut wall.
So
Just horrible. And they rock all the time, spasming.
Completely involuntary, yeah.
Completely involuntary. Man. And you can, I'll tell you this, if you know someone with it that wants to get it resolved or is bad doing it, or they're starting to get worse, they're doing this a lot. It's like a tick, but it's constant. They can't stop it. Have them call.
Yeah, send them our way.
Yeah, we'd love to resolve that. Okay.
You kind of talked about this a little bit already tonight, but fibromyalgia, that's kind of an overarching theme for a lot of your patients
It
nowadays.
is more than you know.
Yeah.
Mainly because our ancestors didn't walk across the fruited plains eating avocados off the trees. They didn't even know what an avocado wasn't invented yet. Well, it was in ancient Mexico, but it wasn't on trees as they walked from Pennsylvania or Virginia, wherever, or Tennessee. It wasn't in Oklahoma where I grew up. And kale, well, that was a weed, and almonds, peanuts. There's a peanut grove ahead, Bob. Let's go. No, there wasn't such a thing. We're going to dig up some peanuts or shake that almond tree as we go by. We'll put it in our wagons. No,
Shake the almond tree.
Tie the oxen to it, Jethro. No, it didn't happen. They didn't eat the high copper diets. And now they're supposed to be healthy. And we can't handle, a lot of us can't handle them genetically. NAT2 errors, glutathione errors, copper zinc metalthionine dysfunctions, all that. So, ceruloplasmin dysfunctions. I'll find indications of it on that intracellular vitamin and mineral testing. If you're suffering from fibro, don't. Let's stop it.
Yeah, really.
Don't.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No, it's been fun. I mean, fibro is such a fun topic for me because I am a male with diagnosed fibromyalgia.
Yeah.
And just following along with everything you've been teaching over these years, my life has literally changed.
I can't cure it. We can't cure it. We just get rid of all the symptoms.
It's amazing.
99.8% of them.
It's real.
You do it right. You get rid of them, not me.
Yeah. We point people over to that End Fibromyalgia with Natural Options page with Lois. I mean, there are thousands of people there that are having success.
Yeah, more than 5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic. You don't have to live in pain. I will say that to the ends of my life. You do not have to live in pain.
Our copper balance, we got a patent on it because it worked. It worked for balancing intracellular and serum copper levels. We proved it.
Yeah.
To the U.S. Patent Office. And now next I think we're going to go for FDA approval as an OTC.
Yeah.
It works.
Oh, it does. It definitely does.
Okay, next problem.
Yeah. Another big one, especially in Utah, depression.
Yeah, we're the Prozac capital of the world.
Yep.
We're also
we're the most stressed state in the U.S.
Whatever.
too.
We're the MTHFR capital of the world.
The what? MTHFR.
MTHFR.
Yeah.
So everyone, I keep testing everyone around here. Blonde-hair, blue-eyed, they come in. B12, folate, B6, serine.
Except for Will.
What do you mean?
He's the only one. Blonde hair. He's green eyes though. Maybe that's why.
He's my son from. Well, never mind. Okay.
Not your son.
Step uncle. You're not even related in blood.
Yeah, we're technically not related at all. Right?
You don't have blonde hair either.
I have gray, silvery locks that flow. Okay, whatever. So yeah, I'm the massive number of patients, the vast majority of patients that go through that. They're on a lot of antidepressant stuff. Most get off. Their attitude and happiness level go through their quality of life improves dramatically when you deal with these rotten chronic vitamin deficiencies. A lot of them have lithium and anxiety, or lithium deficiencies that are significant. You tie B12, folate, lithium deficiency together, good Lord, you're going to be miserable. And so I see a lot who are on lithium carbonate, the drug, which is 400 milligrams 2 or 3 times a day. That's like 800 to 1,200 milligrams a day. And they still have a lithium deficiency. You know why? It can't get into your intracellular space. It's not lithium orotate, which is what we use to change that lithium intracellular levels. Saw one the other day. So, and they're like, wait, she's on 800 milligrams of lithium carbonate. I'm like, it doesn't go into the intracellular space. So it will not. I've got 5 of those now.
So crazy.
I've seen, yeah. And they're like, can I get off the lithium carbonate? I'm like, let's wait this through. You talk to your doctor and everything, and let's see how you feel. If you feel really great and you're like amazing, you might want to try using off of it, but they got to help you with that. So, not my deal. Okay.
Another biggie, anxiety.
Same
Kind
thing.
of goes hand in hand, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's usually a inositol, a lithium, B12 problem.
Yeah.
So crazy. All these same vitamins are so important for so
Over and
many
over.
different things.
I
over
wish
and
it
over.
looked at 200 things or 2,000 would be ideal. There's 2,000 vitamins that we need, but
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
All the different versions of everything. That's
Yeah.
what's crazy.
it is.
I love looking at vitamin B12. It just
Yeah, 4 different versions of
Uh-huh.
it. I know. I love people when they come in and go, my doctor said my B12 level is really high. I need to stop it. I'm like, what kind of B12 level was that? What did it measure? Which form of B12? And I know what the answer is. They don't know because no one knows. The lab can't even tell you. It's just B12.
Which
I'm like,
one?
well, was it cyanocobalamin or was it adenosylcobalamin or what was that?
methyl or hydroxy.
Methylcobalamin? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't know. And your doctor didn't know either. And I don't know. I mean, I know a lot, but I don't know that. So, you know what? We looked at your genetics. You could take and absorb this form. You can't absorb this form. That's what's floating around in your system. It's not going anywhere. Same with folate or folic acid. Take the wrong kind of folic acid. I'm seeing a patient this week. I see them all the time. What's really common is a FOLR2 or FOLR2. Go look it up. It codes for the folic acid receptor, and it's gone on everyone all the Utahns, everyone I do these labs on, it's gone.
Yeah.
So they don't have folic acid receptors.
Crazy. So exactly what you said. I may be jumping a little bit too early, but exactly what you said. Working through just that, you have a deficiency of a certain vitamin, but you don't know the exact version of the vitamin that you have a deficiency in.
Oh.
The only way that we can really try to get a good say on that is by looking at your genetics, what you genetically can actually process. And I think that really is the basis of the Purser method, is one of the things we're trying to...
I know, I hate that you call it that.
I love it.
I know
think
we
it's
have
great.
what do we have, a copyright on that?
We have
or?
a trademark on it.
Oh, man.
But no,
That's so embarrassing.
it is just that. I mean, that's one of the things that I always want to have the legacy of what you have discovered. It's amazing. Again, you've changed my life.
That and 5 cents won't buy a Diet Coke.
No, but what's amazing is exactly these principles. I mean, how many thousands of people that you actually help and continue to help every single day. And it's so simple. That's what's so crazy. All the products, everything that we've ever put out, they're just simple because it gets down to that very base of what you actually can handle genetically.
Yeah, I agree.
It's amazing.
Well, I do look at all that, and Jared will too when he takes over one day, or whoever else we bring in here. But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if it's special, but I guess it is.
It definitely is.
Yeah. Could you call it something else like the thorough root cause method or something? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, it doesn't have to be the Purser method, but I just like it because it's you. It's your discovery. It's amazing.
You're horrifying all those people. So. Purser method, run and hide. It's coming. Okay, what's next?
Hypothyroidism. That's a big
Yeah,
one.
zinc, selenium, B12, vanadium, strontium will affect all that affects receptors, and a lot of it affects production. So really, you've got a low producing thyroid, yet on this testing, your FT3 is low, your FT4 is low. I don't care about any of the other results, but your FT3 and FT4 are low. Free T3, free T4, that's what they're called. And you have a low zinc or a low selenium, either one of those, you're not going to make thyroid, or if you have a deficiency in one of those, good luck making thyroid or having functional thyroid receptors.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't get that. Their doctors don't check for that. They don't even know that technology exists. But do you know why you're hypothyroid? If you have antibodies from Graves' disease or something like that, yeah, I get it. But I'd still check this. So.
That was me. Like, I was 17 or 18, always cold hands, cold feet, shaky too. And you were like, what's wrong with you?
So you figured out that the shakiness was from choline.
That one's actually from
deficiency.
choline, yeah. But it kind of went hand in hand together at least.
Yeah, choline is a B vitamin.
Yeah. Well, all came down to my MTHFR, I think, because once I got on a regular, like, consistent good B vitamin that had all those things that I was lacking, my hands aren't cold, my feet aren't
What
cold.
happens? Well, we designed MTHFR, Renew, and Endure for the Renew is really more for the C677T. The Endure is for the the A1298C, which is what I have,
But
but
we have both.
it's harder to overmethylate on the Endure, but you need more methyl groups daily with the C6717 and some of those other errors. You need them. So,
Yeah.
so you know what I think is interesting? This also shows methionine deficiencies. Methionine deficiencies are critical on that methylation cycle. That's what you make SAMe from, and SAMe is like the ultimate feel-good vitamin. So if you have a methionine deficiency, I always have to say we're going to put you on methionine for 50 days. Then you're going to switch to the SAMe. After that, you'll probably do fine. They almost always do fine if they have the actual methionine deficiency. SAMe is interesting. You can take it, and it can either make you really happy, which it does with those patients, or it can make you massively suicidal. Kid you not, be careful. Don't go out and buy it. I use that. There's a lot of fake, crappy, weird SAMes with all kinds of additional stuff on them, on Amazon. I use that. I can't remember who we use, but it's actually S-adenosyl methionine. So it's a methionine group with the S-adenosyl group added to it from organic chemistry. So, yeah. And it tends to make people really happy because they've never had enough SAMe in the cycle. So you're going to have high homocysteine levels and low glutathione levels too. You cannot make glutathione without enough SAMe. So anyway, interesting aside. Sorry about that.
No,
Fascinating.
Okay, next. I know. I'm going to have nothing left in my brain in the morning. I'll be a zombie when I show up because I'm spelling it all out tonight. So
Yeah.
what else you got?
Diabetes. Type 2, I'm assuming.
Zinc, selenium, chromium, zinc and chromium being the biggies, B12. So you won't make enough insulin or you won't have effective insulin receptors with a zinc or chromium deficiency. Not going to happen. Also, selenium is part of the deal too, kind of, along with strontium, vanadium. But the biggest is B12. If you're low in B12, which I see all the time, you're going to have insulin receptor dysfunction. And you won't make enough insulin anyway. So you're going to appear to be diabetic. And you will actually be diabetic until that's dealt with. So I get type 2 diabetics in here all the time, and we test them, and we flip them out of it. So I can't get rid of it. They're always going to be at a super high risk. But take your vitamins and keep your insulin receptors functional, and exercise, and watch your weight, do all the normal things. And you don't have to be diabetic if you take care of it quick enough. So, yeah, but get this test first. Yeah.
What about premenopausal women? Is there things that can
Nothing ain't different. Yeah, it's still tested. You know why? Because I want to prevent osteoporosis.
Yeah, the bone
Later.
density.
Yeah, let's take care of it now while you're making all the hormones. Let's enrich that. I'm amazed how many osteoporosis cases I get who have failed the Fosamax or the bisphosphonates or whatever. And they have low calcium, low vitamin D, low zinc, low magnesium, low vitamin K. Are you kidding me? No wonder you're osteoporotic. They ought to treat you with that stuff first. This test should be mandatory before you do anything else with osteoporosis. But I'm preaching to the choir, and I'm yelling into the wind.
Well, and you're all about preventative medicine, so the more that you
It's
can
easier
do
to prevent osteoporosis, though we do unwind it all the time. I just stabilize the severe.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just stabilized the severe osteoporosis case after a year and a half. Her levels hadn't changed. Big deal. That's a big deal. Now we're going to reverse it.
That's awesome.
Keep it improving.
Yeah,
That's what happens. It can take 2 or 3 years sometimes to flip them.
it's crazy.
It's a great test. It's not perfect.
Yeah.
It's not incredibly perfect. I wish it was, but it's a really good test. It's really accurate. It's crazy scary what it finds. And it's worth it, especially $100 off. That's why? But okay, I'll shut up. So get your test now. Can they order it right now?
Mm-hmm.
Is it live?
Yep, it's live.
Order your test
danpersonmd.com. Jump on
before
there.
we sell out.
Yep, order it up. And
Yeah, can we sell out? They hate it when we sell like 200 of them. They get mad.
Yeah, they do.
Be a little antsy, but I think they know I'm we do so many of these, they don't dare say anything anymore.
Yeah, I was actually at a convention just a couple weekends ago, and I was talking with their main team over there in Cell Science Systems, and yeah, they love all the people that we are sending that way, and just that they love that their test gets utilized so well and implemented so well. So there, it's a fantastic thing.
That'll make me a national spokesperson. Probably won't. I'm already doing it nationally. I just spoke at the Utah Osteopathic Medical Association conference about it. So you know what? I got a ton of doctors wanting to get it done. Like, okay, yeah, you're tired. We'll fix that. They're all tired. They're all gray and worn out. And they're like 20 years younger than me.
Yeah.
I'm like, you sad little boy.
Yeah. No, it's so fascinating. Just kind of like recapping with all of this. I mean, you touched on so many diseases just now. How many?
There's a lot more.
Yeah.
Like 15.
Yeah, 15, 20.
If there's not an answer for the disease, then it's probably a vitamin deficiency that hasn't been picked up on yet.
Exactly that. I mean, that again, right back to that is the basis of it.
And there's so many diseases like, we don't know the cause, but you got it. And they're like, what do I got? What do you mean I got it? Yeah. Yeah, you have it. And we're just going to give you this weird drug that's been fixed for it. And it's FDA approved. Well, okay. Yeah, and most of my patients don't want to do that.
Yeah, no,
they're hoping they can find a root cause.
Exactly, the Band-Aid solutions versus.
I don't know if I can find it for them, but I'll sure do my damnedest to try and find it. Sorry, it's Sunday. My hopefully I can pray enough to get it done.
Yeah,
so, and I do pray a lot. So okay, so any questions? Crazy questions? Man, my eyes are gone. Oh.
Not too many.
They're just all blown away, or they're being quiet.
Just a lot of reaffirming. I don't know. If you guys have questions, feel free to leave them. We'll come through and answer them tomorrow.
I like looking at them and answering them.
But I think this is a good question. If you can't afford like all the testing, what is the one thing that you would start with?
CMA. Get the first page if you can afford the other one. But really, for 150 more, you get 52 more intracellular vitamins. You try to do all these serum-wise. 100 different vitamins. Number one, I don't know if that's possible. Number two, it costs you probably $10,000, $20,000.
Yeah.
Do that. So
Be
really $550, $450 for it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. And it'll be
game changer.
Like that'll be the way you guys can start your new year right too, is just getting a hand
Great
on
Christmas
how you're
gift
feeling.
to give yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you'll feel it all next year and for a long time.
And
yeah.
it's been a crazy couple years, so I'm sure everyone's had.
I think what we've been through causes that particular thing causes really crazy vitamin deficiencies. It's why there's long-lasting fatigue afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it over and over, probably 1,000 times.
It's almost every patient.
Yeah.
Yeah. One more that I think is good is if you have a vitamin deficiency, how do you solve it in a way so you don't have to supplement with it your entire life? I think that's interesting. Is there a way?
Yeah, you got to, usually if you're showing up on the intracellular data, whether borderline or full-on deficient, you're too far behind. You can't do it food-wise. But once you get it cleared up, you can probably eat properly. It's really hard, though. These genetic errors, you're going to have to supplement. And I mostly dial people down to 1 or 2 of the vitamins a week, like the B12 or the folate or the zinc or whatever. So we can, so they don't, I'd say I don't want to see you back.
Yeah.
We're not going to do this again. After we get through this, double check, and if you're bad enough, we'll check another panel, another CMA with 3 docs. And then once that's completely cleared up, you're going to be on 1 or 2 of these a week. Only call me if last resort, because if you start feeling bad, bump some of these up. You know your worst ones you tend to have. You've learned that. You know that. You're 48 years old. This is where you're going to be. It's never going to change. And you need some of these vitamins forever. Just don't call me again unless you're really bad. Mm-hmm. So, because I'm not looking for long-term patients. I'm looking to fix you, get you out the door, get everything lined up. And after everyone's like, should I do this every year? I'm like, only if you feel like crap. Sorry. Feel like complete crud? Yeah, we'll do it. But you know what to do. Bump your vitamins back up. You know the ones. Go back to your list. Work your list. You know it. You know they're the ones. The dirty 12 or whatever you want to call them. The dirty dozen or the dirty 23 that torture you.
Yeah.
Yeah, go bump them,
Yeah.
Go back to daily on them And then, but if you can't figure it out, call me. We can do it again. Save your money up. I wish the insurance paid for this, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
So people try, but no, don't do it.
Yeah, that's what's so amazing. I've loved over the years just watching so many people come in literally just trying to survive. But then you really can help them get them thriving.
It's a root cause answer. It's not a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
I can't, the genetics are more root cause, but that's a bonus. The genetics are secondary to this. I always say that, Mike. It's great you did the genetics, but this is more important.
Yeah. It's the snapshot of right now, how it is.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. I love all you guys. Thank you so much for listening. You know what? There's a lot of hope. Great new year we're walking into. You guys know it. I know who my people are. You know who I am. We know what we're all about. And you need to freely take on these vitamins and not be afraid of this. Get your answers. Save your pennies up. Do it now while it's $4.50. But you got a few weeks, right? Until we can do this through Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we'll run right through Cyber Monday. Yep.
Okay. And get it now. So, and it'll be a game changer for you. You know who you are, and you know you need it. So here it is. Okay, I love you all. Take care, and God bless, and go in good health, please. And I'm going to uncross my eyes because I've been trying to read all this stuff. My reading glasses on. Okay, bye.